Hey, Shalom. Kahala Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai Bahasham Waha Rachakadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect of Israel. Shalom. This is Mathia from the GMS Dallas camp. And wanted to go into another lesson. Lord willing, this will be edifying, okay, for the flock, okay, for the elect of Israel. All right, so I want to get right into it. Want to go into the actual word that's being preached. The elect will hear it, but the rest will not. Okay, we're seeing prophecy go before our eyes for like constantly every day. You're seeing prophecy, and you have the 2/3 of Israel. They're not really. They feel like you could talk to someone and they'll be like, oh man, I actually want to talk about this today. I want to hear. That's going into the scripture where they want to hear smooth things. Okay, they don't want to hear the prophecies over and over. Which, if you're in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, which as it says in Revelations. Matter of fact, I'll get it and I'll jump back to that. Okay. When you're speaking prophecy, you're in the spirit of who? The spirit of Yahweh Shai. Okay. This is Revelations 19:10. It says, "And I fell at his feet to worship him." And this is John the Revelator. Okay. And he's speaking to the angel. And he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai. Worship Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, for the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. So if you're living in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, you should constantly dwell in prophecy. But when you're hearing you can have your friends that's of the world, or your family, and when you're constantly talking about what's going on with the good world and you're putting it towards prophecy, saying, hey, this is happening and that is happening. We're seeing now we're starting to see more of in Isaiah sedition. The Egyptian against Egyptians. You're seeing sedition amongst men to start to come up. You're seeing the camps, the refugee or internment camps, whatever you call them, prison camps, basically. That's happening in Germany. If someone is violating the Crown Rule 19 act, where you got to constantly wear a mask, and I think Biden he's gonna bring something where you got to have 100 days if you have to have on a mask, or you're gonna get fined or jail or what have you. You have to go look that up. But all this is through the spirit of prophecy. Don't forget that World War III is rambling up as well. Everything is coming into play, and the 2/3 of Israel do not want to hear it. They want to stay within the world and dwell in this. They want things to get better, okay? But things are not going to get better. Things are only going to get worse, okay? And if you're in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, you know what I'm saying? You're being comforted more as the prophecies are hidden, okay? Back into this. This is Hebrews 4, verse 2. It says, for unto us. Matter of fact, let me go to 1. It says, let us therefore fear. Okay? And fear is the beginning of wisdom. Now, Jake, they don't have this fear. Okay? The 2/3 Jake, they don't have fear. When I say Jake, that's short for Jacob. Okay? And that's going into he was the progenitor of who? You Negroes, Latinos, the Native Americans, who came out the loins of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, okay, who received the blessing, okay, blessing of what? What blessing? Okay, the blessing of the heavenly kingdom that will come after Esau's fall. But the elect of Israel will be delivered out of the purification, which is aka the destruction that's going to come about upon, especially here on the shores of America. This place will be decimated and will be nothing left standing. But throughout the whole world, it's going to be basically a slaughter, okay, a mass slaughter. So, you know what I'm saying? the elect fear, okay, but our people don't have, they're destroyed from a lack of knowledge. They had a zeal, but not according to knowledge. But it says, let us therefore fear. So that right there let you know it's talking about the elect. Lest a promise being let us of entering into his rest, any of you should seem to come short of it. For unto us the gospel, okay, for unto us the gospel preached, okay. Oh, Slakia. For unto us was the gospel preached. Okay? So the gospel is been extended throughout the four corners of the earth. You know what I'm saying? By way of what? The unicorn. By way of the internet. Okay? The World Wide Web. And it says, as well as unto them. So the gospel, we've heard it, the elect, and also 2/3 of Israel have heard it in one form of fashion. Okay, walking down the street, on YouTube, Googling, some came up where they've heard the actual word, the true doctrine. Okay, and a lot of the true doctrine come from GMS, but just any of the Israel, anybody in Israel, they heard it, then that should have kind of resonated like, they trying to say we're the chosen people. But our people don't want to be the chosen, okay? I guess they don't want that responsibility. So the Lord is going to do away with you. You have to come through the loins of the elect in the time of the kingdom. But, we here at GMS and, like you say, and the Israelites that are hearing this and basically trying to walk the ways and do the best, to the best of their ability, walking the ways of the statute and commandments, then you're actually looking towards that you know what I'm saying, listening, you're hearing. But the ones that heard the word and don't really care, you know what I'm saying, they reject knowledge, as it says in Hosea 4 around the 6th, 7th verse. The Lord is going to reject you. Okay, so you don't want to hear this word. So it says back in verse 2, for unto us was the gospel preached as well as unto them, but the word preached did not profit them. It's not profiting the 2/3 Jake that's in the world. Not being mixed with faith in them that heard it. Not being mixed in faith, okay? Not being mixed. So they want to hear smooth things, and also they when you look at a Christian, they always want to say what I think and what I feel. That goes into Proverbs 3 around the 5th or 6th verse, where it says, lean not on your own understanding, okay, but trust in the Lord and let him guide your path. Roughly paraphrasing, right? But let me go keep going here, because it's high time for Jake to wake up out of sleep. But if they're not going to wake up out of sleep, then what's going to happen? Destruction is going to come upon the 2/3 of Israel. That's going to happen when that destruction come upon the other heathen nations. Okay. Out of 18 nations and family, the Lord said, "You only I've known." Okay, going into the Israelites. And who are the Israelites? Once again, you so-called Black, Latinos, and Native Americans. And you can look at the prophecies and see who fit the prophecies. When you go into Deuteronomy 28, 1 through 68, 1 through 15 tell you if we would have 1 through 14, if you would abide by these laws, statutes, and commandments, and follow the Lord correctly, the Israelites would flourish. But since we did not, then we basically received the curses when you read through 15 on down through 68. But the curses are starting to turn now. Okay, it's starting to turn. So like Elder Yatazak here in Dallas like to say, hey, you read that backwards, you're gonna see how it's gonna be turning to turning away from us. These curses is actually gonna go into who? Esau, Edom, and the other nations, the wicked nation that came up against Israel, as it said, where you can read in Psalms 83. But our people will not hear and they won't forbear. 2/3 of Jacob will reject this knowledge. This is 2nd Ezra 16:35. It says, "Hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai." Okay? And it says, "Behold, the word of the Lord, receive it. Believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake." So when you hear these things, you're supposed to believe it. Okay? You're supposed to believe it. But like you said, what we read in Hebrews 4, the gospel has been preached to us, to all of us. Okay? The Israelites, we heard in some form or fashion. But the elect receive it. The others do not. As it says, the rest was blinded. The rest are being blinded. And that slips my mind, but let me see if I can find it. Is it in Hebrew? Slakia, let me. Slakia. Okay, Romans 11. I knew I put it up earlier. This is a Romans 11:7. It says, "What then? Israel has not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election." Okay, and who is the elect? The ones that are receive this word. Okay, who has been abiding by the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of their ability. All right, who basically do not get tired of prophecy, saying, "Oh man, could you talk about something else? We've been hearing this every other day." The ones that get excited to hear prophecy and see more prophecies happen. That's the elect. Okay, it says, "But the elect has attained it, and the rest were blinded." And the ones that are blinded are the ones that don't want to hear this word and don't want to see Esau's kingdom fall. Now, who is Esau? All right, he was the progenitor of who? The white race, the people that you could see their blood through their skin, the translucent skin. All right. But like you say, that faith is gonna be, that's gonna come to the it's gonna be come through the elect. The faith is gonna, the elect is gonna believe and have that faith in wanting to know and wanting to receive the prophecies and wanting to receive the kingdom of heaven. Right? Those are the ones that are gonna have their that's not going to look back and their sin is going to be blotted out. I believe that's around Philippians 3. Okay, these are the ones that going to know and have that faith, and they're going to walk the path of righteousness, still to the best of their ability. We're not perfect walking because we're in the carnal flesh, right? This is Baruch 4, I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, "This is the book of the commandments of Yahweh, okay, and the law that endureth forever." So when Yahweh Shai came came upon the earth, he said what? "I did not come to destroy the law, but what? To fulfill." So the laws were not done away with. Okay, you can't just eat pork or all these bottom feeder food where the law tell you not to eat. Okay, but we go around and say, okay, the Lord died for my sin, I can do what I want now. He died for the elect, okay, to receive that mercy, because the Lord is sitting upon the mercy seat. So these laws were not done away with in the Old Testament when Yahweh Shai came. He came to fulfill, right? It says, "All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die." And we already those dry bones, so we're coming to life. Okay, what is that in Ezekiel? We're those dry bones that have been coming back to life. But the rest is gonna stay in the that dead state. And then, like you say, when that time of deliverance come for salvation, they're gonna be left behind. Verse 2, it says, "Turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated." Okay? for you can receive that glory. Verse 3. Give not thy honor to another, nor the things that are profitable unto thee to a strange nation. And what one thing that Jake want to give to these nations, the other nation? They want to give them the blessing. They want to, these so-called Jays over in the land today of Israel, what they're doing. They're making the money. They own all the TV networks, the radio. You know what I'm saying? They all earn all. I mean, they own all the banks. Why do you want to give them your blessing? That don't make any sense. Jake don't want it. Jake is afraid to have power. Okay, righteous power. You know, you want to go around and twerk and hold big bands of money, thinking you flossing, but yet that ain't nothing. Okay? When the economy collapse, all that dollars you got in your pocket, if it ain't in the bank that can be transferred to digital, you may be asked out. That's nothing. The ruler of this world, which is Esau Edom, will give you something to make you feel satisfied and comfortable because you got a little more than the rest of your brother or sister. But overall, you don't have anything. Right? And it says, verse 4, it says, O Israel, happy are we, for things that are pleasing to Yahweh Shem Yahushua are made known unto us. Okay? Be of good cheer, my people, the memorial of Israel. We supposed to be in good cheer, especially seeing what's going on now. Okay? We're we're starting to coming back to our remembrance of the former things. That is the true blessing. Okay? Call halal Yahweh Shem Yahushua for that. All right? So let me get one more and I'm gonna go ahead and head out. This is this is what I want. Okay, this is Romans 8, verse 23. It says, and not only they, but ourselves also, which have the first fruit of the Spirit, even we ourselves groan within ourselves, waiting for the adoption, to wit, the redemption of our body. Okay? For we are saved by hope. Okay? We are saved by hope. So we are saved with that faith we have, okay? For the things that's hoped for, as it reads is that Hebrews 11? It says, but hope that is seen is not hope. Okay? So we seeing it has that hope. Hope is something that you're supposed to, that's how your faith is is boosted up. You have that faith. Like, I don't see it, but I know it's coming. Salvation. Okay, Esau's kingdom being brought down, deliverance, that salvation and bringing forth the kingdom of heaven. That's the faith. Okay, and that's what we're going to be saved by. We have that faith, so we're going to be saved by what? Things that we're hoping for. It says, by hope that is not seen is not hope. For what a man seeth, why do he yet hope for? Okay, but it says, verse 25, but if we hope for that we see not, then do we with patience wait for it? Do we wait for it? Now, when you think about when we were delivered from Egypt and we went out into the wilderness, and Moses went up for 40 days and he was waiting. When he went up there to receive the commandment, what did Jake do? Jake was like, man, we need to worship or have something. Moses went up there and left us. He's not returning. So they had Aaron to go and get all the gold and earrings and different things and create what? A molten a calf. Something to worship over. And when he came back, they were doing a lot of lewd type of acts. And that's like our people today. They haven't seen any they haven't seen our Lord and Savior with their own two eyes, so they don't believe nothing is it's gonna be any type of deliverance. Okay, they believe the deliverance here is, well, I hope 2021 is better than 2020 for this Crown Royal 19, and things get back better and we will take these masks off. You're hoping for the wrong thing, okay? And you're seeing what's going on, so that's not hope. You just what they call it, wishing. You just want. That's what you want, but you don't have faith. So through faith, we believe, and through faith is going to bring what? Our hope for our salvation, which we will be saved. Speaking from speaking from a standpoint of the elect, Lord willing, I am part of it, as well as all the brothers that's pushing this word and abiding by the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of their ability. All right, so with that, Lord willing, this was edifying. I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Waha, Rachakadash, Shalom.